Hello, my name is Annabel Reeves and I am 24 years old. I'm originally from the military port of San Diego in California, but have traveled the world with my father and mother as my dad is a well-sought-out architect. From California, we moved to London, England when I was just 6 years old. We spent about 4 years there before we moved to St. Petersburg in Russia. Russia was where I spent a majority of my life as I spent 10 years living in the port. From St. Petersburg, I ended up here in Valparaiso, Chile. My dad had old friends from London who told him that this port was expanding and that many new job opportunities for highly skilled architects were popping up. So with that, my family and I sailed for what seemed like months to our new home here in Chile. I'm not gonna lie, the lifestyle here was the hardest out of my lifestyle changes. When I was young when we moved to England, and my new life was similar to the life I had back in California, so it wasn't very hard to adjust quickly. Moving to Russia was also easy because it was a place full of life, and learning Russian was much easier when I was 10 years old than trying to learn it now in my 20s. When we first moved to Chile, I wasn't sure of the culture, and the only Spanish I had ever spoken was to our household help in London. On top of that, I wasn't sure if I'd be welcome into the workforce. I've spent the past 13 years learning about architecture from my father, and it has become my passion. In Russia, I had even gotten the job opportunity to help my father's company in designing a new housing development for the port workers before we left. Coming to Valparaiso, I wasn't sure how the people felt about women in the workforce. I know back in England, they expect young women like myself to get married and to be home starters, but that's not the life I've envisioned for myself. My dream is to one day go back to California and use all of the skills and knowledge that I've gained traveling around the world to help build major cities across America. Mr. Castro Green, I come to you with a proposal. If you allow me to come with you on your voyage back to the United States, I promise you American industries will form. Not only will I help build towns and cities, but I will be contributing to the American and global economy. I have experience that no one else has. I have ideas that no one else has. And I have the will to get things done much like you do. If you allow me to accompany you on this trip, thousands of lives will forever be changed, and it will all be because of you. I want to take this time to show you some of my work instead of just talking about it. This is one of mine and my father's blueprints from the housing development I mentioned earlier. As you can see, the houses not only incorporate modern design elements, but also ended up being very cost efficient and provide sufficient housing for many people in St. Petersburg. Additionally, I have these sketches of housing I've thought up on my own. As you can see, these homes would be similar to the ones back in Russia, but with their own new American twist. I think bringing these design elements to the States would not only bring culture, but would also profit America, especially the ports you stop in often. If that isn't reason enough to take me with you to America, let me offer you this. I speak fluent English, Spanish, and Russian. If you grant me the opportunity to go to America, I will help communicate with other passengers, ship hands, and whomever else we may come across along the way. But I also give you my word that if you ever find yourself settling in the United States and looking for business or jobs, I will use my many connections to help you find profitable work. It is not common to fluently know 3 languages, let alone know 3 languages as a woman. I know these skills will get me far in the workplace, especially in the States, and I urge you to help me so in the long run I can help you. With that said, I want to thank you for your time, and I urge you to consider me a great candidate for the opportunity to come with you to California. Thank you again, and good night.